On this episode of the Garlic Marketing Show, we are going to talk about the big trends for 2023. I'm going to talk about shorts, zigging when they zag, mismatched audiences, infinite/continuous scrolling, where I see YouTube ads going, the big opportunity there. We're going to talk about increased use of television, the power of view time, how you need to think about YouTube to get the right viewers, and how to really actually make money if you have a sophisticated viewer. All this on the Garlic Marketing Show coming up right now. And of course, this is brought to you by videocasestory.com. One of the best ways to grow your business is through customer stories. Go to videocasestory.com to learn more. I'm talking about shorts, infinite scroll, zigging when they zag, mismatched customer audience. And we're going to talk about the increased power of view time and television today, and what these trends are and some ways to use them. Now, obviously, I don't want this to be a huge, like 3-hour video. So I am going to, over the next few months, diving deeper. I'm going to be doing some trainings on YouTube, how we're using YouTube, how we strategize YouTube, things like the storyboard blueprint, the case story tackle box. I'll be doing all of that because YouTube, the biggest trend in YouTube is just the explosive growth of YouTube, right? It is the explosive growth of people using YouTube as an educational resource, as an entertainment resource, as an information and research resource. And we're spending so much time, and we'll talk about those trends, but YouTube is not going anywhere, folks. I like evergreen strategies. I think there was a huge opportunity in TikTok. I think it's declining. I think there's still opportunities in TikTok. I think there's opportunities in every Facebook, every LinkedIn, every Twitter change. There is an opportunity. There's new social media platforms coming in there. But I do believe as a business, as a company, if you really concentrate on YouTube, you have a huge opportunity. And you can use all those other resources we'll talk about today to drive more YouTube traffic and back to your website. So I want to actually talk about my number one trend I think we will see in 2023. One of the biggest things I've noticed too is YouTube being used as your website. You know, when we properly design a YouTube channel, it should mimic in some ways a website. Now, once again, this is not to get maximize subscribers. This is to close more referrals, to get more high quality leads, and to really connect with your ideal clients. Because as we'll talk about in a second, there's a mismatch between viewers and your ideal audience. You need to get laser focused first on your ideal audience. And one of the things I'll talk about in future videos is the green zone, where you really can make money. I'm not going to dive deep into that today because we're talking about the trends. The trends. I don't think that's a trend. I think it's a strategy, and it's an evergreen strategy, the green zone. It's an important place to concentrate. It's where people decide and where you really can increase your profits. But today, when we're talking about the trends, we're looking at YouTube. And when we think about the green zone, really where people are deciding and spending money and becoming your clients, I think you need to be thinking about YouTube as your website, as a secondary or even primary website. Here's why. Because people are going to go to your website, but no matter how you design your website, it can be a beautiful website. People are going to spend some time on it. But I look at website stats. Unless you're deep into e-commerce, people are spending 2, 3, 4 minutes on your website, right? They might pass your website around. And I want you to think about this too. The higher you go up the food chain, the bigger the company you work with, the more people are going to look at your website that you're never going to talk to, right? They're going to pass around your website. The other place, and I'm seeing this over and over again with our clients, is they're going to pass around, if you have a robust YouTube channel, they're going to pass around your YouTube channel. And people are going to spend more time on your YouTube channel. Why? Because it's familiar. It is a familiar space for us all now. It is not a place that, like Facebook, can be controversial, right? That you're going to see some stuff and you're like, ugh. For the most part, YouTube does a great job of making sure you see those things. So I would say one of the number one trends I would consider is making your YouTube channel act like your website. You're going to convert more people. You're going to get more people on there. You're going to be people spending time on there. Now, the problem is, and I think you'll see an increase in this, is attribution. And with that sophisticated clientele, that $50,000, $60,000, $7,000, you're going to lose a lot of attribution because they're not going to make fast decisions. They're not going to make fast decisions. They're going to take their time. So they're going to bounce around, but they're going to keep coming back to your YouTube channel. And what's great is people are spending so much time on YouTube doing these other things that your opportunity for them to come back is increased. The more videos you have, the more you're answering their problems, the more subscribers you do get, the more you use things like ads. So that's the number 2 trend that I think we'll see, and it's a huge opportunity, is a change in YouTube ads. I think YouTube ads will change. We'll see them in shorts, which we'll talk about in a second. We'll see more YouTube ads being presented as educational videos, right? Because this is where I think most people are getting YouTube ads wrong, and the smart people, like some of our clients, are doing a great job of it. I think about Qasim over at Solutions 8, and he's going to be coming on a Garlic Marketing Show. We've got him scheduled in a few months, talking about his YouTube strategy, but they've blown up. Why? Because in front of an educational video, in front of some sort of research, they're putting education, what someone's going there to do, right? So if I'm going there to learn about Google Ads, or I'm researching another agency that does Google Ads, and then there's Qasim teaching me something, man, I'm going to pay attention to that because I'm already there doing that thing, right? So Google ads and YouTube ads are a great way to get from them. Now, you combine that with a great retargeting strategy. You combine that with customer stories, just following people around. And you educate and you show the results. Man, you've got a powerful combo there. So I believe that coming together for this, one of the biggest things, is thinking through YouTube ads. They're still inexpensive, especially when you look at the cost of pay-per-click. And you can get in front of people and not treat it like an advertisement, right? You can't wait to skip most of those YouTube ads, right? You can't. And yeah, I'm like, oh, skip. But then if it matches what I'm doing already on this, if I'm looking at an exercise video and then someone shows me a better exercise video, or something that's more aligned with what I want, which you can do through targeting, you're going to get the attention of that person, and they're going to drift over to your channel. And this is where really understanding their story, the customer's story, there's what we call the storyboard blueprint, each of the scenes in their journey. Because every one of your clients, no matter how sophisticated they are, is on YouTube learning something. And the more you can know about their journey, every moment, every scene, the bigger your opportunity is to put those ads in front of them. I'm seeing this over and over and over again. And then you take them off of YouTube and you bring them back to YouTube. So ads are a great opportunity to build channels, to get in front of the right audience. And we're going to see more and more of that. But they need to be used as an educational resource, not your traditional advertising. And I think from an ad standpoint too, we're going to see a decline of this full-blown direct response ad. There's a lot of people teaching that. It worked for a few minutes. I always think long-term, right? When I do something for a client, I always think, is this going to work a year from now? Will this affect how their potential clients think about them in 6 months, a year? That's true branding, right? So that's one of the next ones is ads. So I said we'd talk about shorts because I think this is a huge opportunity. Shorts are a huge, huge opportunity. And here's the opportunity in shorts. It's twofold. First, TikTok. We're seeing small channels. We have a few small channels we've run. We're always testing stuff. Channels with 50, 60 subscribers all of a sudden get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views on their shorts. And that gets your brand some attention, right? That can get you some momentum, ads through 3, 4 subscribers, especially if it's the right type of story and you've optimized it the right way. So, like I said, in future videos, we're going to get more into the mechanics and, future podcasts. If you're a podcast person you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my podcast. If and let me know too. One of the biggest things is comment. Please let me know. So when we're thinking of shorts, I think shorts are going to be a huge opportunity, especially within the ad space too. When you go through what YouTube is doing in mobile, and I'm seeing suggestions of all the things I'm interested. Because I'm on YouTube learning. You see my ukulele over. You think I'd know how to do this by now? My ukulele over here. I've learned ukulele. Maybe I'll play some on a future episode. 100% through YouTube. Never taken a lesson. And I follow some amazing people. The ukulele teacher, 10 Thumbs. I think that's their names. I forget their names, but I'm subscribed to them. Right? I do stuff with the resistance bands. I'm subscribed to some awesome channels with resistance bands. And I can't remember the names of them. I should write this stuff down before. But the point being is there's a huge opportunity in the shorts because the app, more people are going to spend more time on the app. So you're going to get more attention. And then you can layer on those types of ads that we just talked about and get more attention of the right viewers. Be there mobile, so when they get to desktop to learn or maybe even research other companies, guess what? You're there and you're being suggested. Because if you are in competition with other companies and you have enough videos and they're looking at another company on YouTube, they're going to suggest your videos again. Right? So you're going to be there when you're competing. I think this is an immense opportunity. The second part of shorts is search. YouTube is prioritizing shorts in search. Now, TikTok videos I'm seeing show up in searches. So there is the opportunity. And TikTok, like the episode I did with Matt Johnson, is an opportunity to get in front of people. It's an opportunity. It's quickly a search engine for a lot of today's youth. I do feel, though, Google owning search can prioritize YouTube because they can optimize YouTube. I think Google's has a lot of integrity. I know that's controversial, but I think they have a lot of integrity around search. They got too many smart people that are independent thinkers to, for the long term, really defy that. So YouTube Shorts are a huge opportunity in the search category, especially long tail. I think if you Google Iron Garlic reviews, you'll still see one of my shorts that pops up. That's just 3 or 4 case stories. Boom. You can control your online reputation really quickly. You can get long tail. And if you make a really popular short that really answers a lot of questions, that can show up in Google search. So now you've got a double whammy of search with shorts that can lead back to your channel. We're definitely going heavy into shorts. And it's an opportunity to make it easier for people to access your information, very quickly access your information. So definitely prioritizing shorts this year, YouTube Shorts, and layering that on with ads is a big deal to me. Now, coming back to that search category, people are doing more research, right? Google said that businesses will see your business 400 or 500 times before they make a decision. Now, that doesn't mean they're doing 400 or 500 searches. That means your business is showing up in a bunch of different ways. Now, one of the things I talk about in the green zone is we still need to be selling to our current clients. This is especially true if you're in a relationship with them, like a digital agency or SaaS, or a long-term legal, like law firm, medical, like regenerative medicine, where clients and patients are going to stay with you for a long time. You need to be selling to your current patients, your current clients on a constant basis. And by selling, I mean marketing. And by marketing, I mean building value. And I don't mean driving home and trying to upsell them. So they're doing research. You need to be thinking about their entire customer journey. And YouTube is a great way for you to just be popping out information for them, answering their questions all along their customer journey, what we call the storyboard blueprint. Why? Because get into each of their scenes. The reason people decide, there's a thing called, the false attribution error. We think people decided because of who they are. You think that CEO, you're trying to hire your business, your digital agency, that large conglomerate that you want to hire your law firm, You think that that person has a certain attributions that they decide. No, it's because of the moment. They might be in YouTube and all of a sudden see one of your videos and be like, this is the guy for me. This is the girl for me. They're doing a ton of research in different ways because it's so easy. Just pay attention. I dare you one day to write down how many searches you make in both YouTube and Google. I'm guessing probably 4 or 5 an hour on average, 50, 60, 70 searches a day. And you're researching different things, right? You're trying to figure out different things, different parts of your life. We are complete human beings, and we're using YouTube at every part of our life. So this is your opportunity as people are doing more and more research to control the searches, both on YouTube, for you, for your business, for your industry, and control your Google searches. So that when they see this, they see you, they see your face, they hear your voice, they hear your company, they see your results, they see your case stories, right? Over and over and over again. This is one of the things that I think most people fail at, most businesses fail at, and it's a huge, huge opportunity. It's a growing opportunity. And the companies that concentrate on this is what, if you haven't watched our Fish in the Barrel series, if you're listening to some podcasts, go over to YouTube. We'll put a link to it. It's a free 12 video series on the Fish in the Barrel. There's 12 places, but YouTube is one of them. But you need to control that online reputation and those moments of sale. So think through all those moments and really spend time answering as many questions on YouTube. Now, with that increased research, there is another huge, huge change in Google that's going to affect YouTube. And that is the infinite/continuous scrolling. They're calling it continuous scrolling, but we are going to adapt this year. Google's going to train people because we already do this, right? There used to be a time when the top of the website was important, and it still is crucial. But now when we think mobile, social media has trained us to scroll. I mean, how often do you get to a website and you just start scrolling, right? You don't even really read that headline. Maybe you glance at it. Google's doing the same thing. Now look at, go to your phone, type in the last search you did, and go through it. And go through Google. And you'll start to see not only more, you'll see more ads. There's the ad opportunity. You'll see more YouTube videos. On top of it, you'll see videos not just directly in your search. Like if you type in digital agency, but also like how to choose a digital agency. They'll start giving you suggested searches, which they did at the bottom, but giving you content for those suggested searches, and mainly YouTube and images. So this is a huge, huge, huge opportunity in those 500 searches to be there again. And the faster people take advantage of this, the faster they go long tail, especially with YouTube, the better off they are. Now, to get the next trend we want to talk about is the priority of the click-through, total view time, percent view time, the algorithm. And I'm not going to get technical with the algorithm, but here it is. YouTube wants people to spend more time on YouTube. And they're going to prioritize longer videos that keep people longer. And what are some of those videos? What are the best ones? Well, it's entertainment. And how can you entertain as a business? Story, right? It's stories. So being a better storyteller, getting really good at hooks, really good at angles, really good at moments and emotions. And if you don't know all these things, I have some videos out there on them. We'll be getting deeper into them. These are the elements of stories. Getting into that transformation, telling better stories. Now, of course, you can go to videocasestory.com. We've got a lot of strategies around helping you find those stories, collecting them, crafting amazing stories, making them visually entertaining, much more entertaining. But I'll tell you, the videos I've gotten ranking for the highest, most difficult searches in Google, very expensive searches like federal criminal defense attorney, which now is like $500 or $600 a click. We had ranking in video number 1 was an amazing story. Like amazing story to the point where I'd show it to other people, they would watch it. And with that prioritization, you are going to get more people watching stories, which will get you more of the right views and get people to remember your channel. Get people to remember you and come back. So you've got to become a better storyteller, because also when they do that views, you're going to get good shorts out of it. You're going to do all these other things that we just talked about. And you can control your online reputation with amazing stories. Instead of having you talking about your business, have amazing stories ranking for your business name that people will watch and people will share. And when I talk about sharing, I want to talk about, I think, is a huge, huge, huge trend in Google or in YouTube, and that is television. We are watching more YouTube on our television. YouTube TV is a big deal. We are going through it. Our kids are going through it. And I think, my 9-year-old son, Max, anytime we're not paying attention, YouTube is on. And it's not only on small screens, it's getting on the big screen. He loves to watch it on TV. When they get into that habit that early on, you've got a long-term play there. So you can be building out a channel that's worth money and worth, eyeballs for decades. Decades. You can be really setting your business up for success right now by thinking about YouTube as television and things like OTT and advertising, that type of YouTube advertising. Really getting entertaining stuff, your stories on YouTube. And here's the thing. Every business has an entertaining story. It takes diving. It takes digging. That's why I created the Case Story Tackle Box and that strategy session and spending hours ahead of time, because you dig to find the best stories and you become a better storyteller. You're going to win at YouTube because you're going to attract the right clients. Great stories are going to be something you're proud of. They're going to work for years. They're not going to be just trendy. If you get emotional stories, moment enticing stories with strong hooks and angles, people are going to watch those for years. And, we're doing more of these, and we're doing even longer form, 30, 40, 50-minute stories. Why? Because that view time gets these stories ranking, gets these stories shared. We've had stories that, small channels all of a sudden have 3, 4, 5,000 views. And you can get those. And every industry has those. So we've talked a lot about the trends to take advantage of. I want to talk about a couple more before we finish up. And 2 of them are mismatched audience and customer. There's a lot of people out there, you really going after YouTube and growing a channel. And you can grow a channel. But if you are chasing a sophisticated audience, a lot of times there's a big, big gap, right? If I'm teaching marketing how to do these specific things, my audience doesn't want to learn how to do it. They want to learn the why. They want to learn the results. They want to learn how to find the right person and manage the person to do these things. That's a big gap, right? But learning the marketing thing is going to get me 20, 30, 40, 50 times the views and subscribers. Learning whatever you do is going to get you more subscribers. But the results, that's where case stories come in. And really the how-tos and the FAQs of someone who is a sophisticated audience member is going to be much less traffic, but much more valuable traffic. And when we mismatch those two, the algorithm's going to show our videos to a lot more people to get a lot more views and eyeballs, but maybe not our audience, right? Someone trying to learn marketing is probably, if you're a digital agency, is not your audience. Someone trying to learn the law is not your audience. Now, your audience might watch some amazing stories of people you've transformed, but they're not going to want to learn these things necessarily. It all depends. Right. And that's really where you need to talk with an expert through your stories and know who your audience is and know them inside and out. But understand that. Be careful of that, because it can lead you down a path that gets you millions of views and no money. YouTube is littered with 100,000 subscriber channels that make 0, 3, 4, 10,000. I'm looking at some of these people. They've spent years building their YouTube channel and have 1 million subscribers and make $100,000 a year, right? Think about that. There's so many things that you could invest in over 3-4 years, not making any money, that will give you a much higher yield. You want to think about your audience and making money right away, because that will keep you going. That will keep you going. Now, if you're absolutely obsessive about some topic, fun, go do it. Go do it. I'm talking about building business. Building business. I might do a cooking channel one day. I love to cook. I love lake life. I love being on the water. I don't want to get distracted right now from my business. I'd probably be adding that later on because I've got the resources. I know how to do it. And also experimenting lets me know. I have some other channels we experiment with. But be careful, mismatch audience and customers. And that's your opportunity, because there's a lot of people still looking at the subscriber metric, the view metric, and not the getting the right subscribers, getting the right people watching it metric. And that's a huge, huge, huge opportunity, I think, for the next 2 years, because people aren't going to get it for a while. Next up, and probably, the final one that I think is important is zigging when they zag. This is the mismatch audience thing over. I always am looking at marketing trends and paying attention to what everyone's doing, because if everyone is going that way, I like to look at the opportunities. It is, Wayne Gretzky said it the best. It's not, it's 2-3 moves ahead. It's where the puck is going to end up. Right. And you have right now a ton of marketers doing all these crazy things. And I think, like crazy images. And I think the images and thumbnails, people are testing them. But the problem is you can't test, going back to the audience thing, you can't test for small audiences on YouTube. So they're testing for big audiences, getting the views. And you can say, hey, I don't want that. I think you still need to be entertaining. You 100% need to be entertaining. You need to tell great stories. You need to put out great content. Gone are the days of build it when they come. But be careful of following the people that are making getting millions of viewers and showing you how to get rich quick and not work anymore and profits. Those people, folks, you have to work, right? Everything's work. You've got to do it. And to really succeed, I've seen some people get lucky, but to really succeed, you have to be paying attention to the markets and zig when they zag. But with all these opportunities in YouTube, the people that really take advantage of these trends, really concentrate on YouTube in 2023, really concentrate on moving forward with this over the next 3, 4, 5 years, are going to build amazing channels that have value for their current business, have value when they sell their business, and value in what I feel will be the number one social network for many, many years to come. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know down below. I'm going to dive deeper into these. I'm going to be doing some trainings. I'm going to be showing you exactly how I'm thinking about this, how we're doing this, what I do on shoots to make sure we're making these videos. So, if you're listening to this, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I want some subscribers, but I want the right subscribers. You all listening to this right now are my right subscribers. You're my right audience. And from an audience, I need your feedback. Get on this video. Tell me what you want to see more of. Tell me what questions you have, where you want to go. If you want to learn ukulele, I'll put links to my favorite ukulele channel. But please, folks, please pay attention to this. Ask me questions. I want to help you all. And of course, if you need help directly with us, you can go to videocasestory.com, sign up. We've got a lot of free resources. We will connect with you, we'll analyze your business. But this channel is about really helping as much as possible everyone start to use stories and use video and YouTube in a way to grow a business that they love. So thanks again for taking me on your journey. It's been Iron Garlic and the Garlic Marketing Show.